Hey y'all. Sorry, I was having a problem with my Mevo. I was trying to pull it up on my phone. What's up? Good morning. Is it still morning? It is still morning. Good morning. Let me try and find ya. There you are. Oh, let's turn that off. Don't need to hear myself. Good morning, good morning. What's up, y'all? What you doing? Who's getting ready to start cooking? Not this girl. This girl's still playing. So, I wanted to do a monogram, and the boxwood, the plastic boxwood I got from Amazon. It's the same kind of flowers that I've used all summer, fall, now into winter. So if you just pull up plastic boxwood on Amazon, you will find what I'm using. But what am I putting it on? Get the monogram out of my way. I'm doing good. How are you? Watching from the doctor's office. I hope everything's okay. We are using 4 of the Unique in the Creek rectangle boards that I just zip tied together. You can make a picture and put yourself in the middle. So I have already started it, as you can see. So what did I do? Let me bring you down and I'll tell you what I've done already. Let me turn it over. So I zip tied 4 rectangle boards together. Okay. And then each of these bundles comes with 7 stems. So I took those 7 stems off. So they come like this. Okay. So I cut them in half. So now I've got 2 pieces, but it's still 1 stick. So I put 1 stem in each of the zip ties. Okay, I cut up 16 stems. I don't know how many we're going to use, but we will figure it out at the end. Okay, so that is what I've done so far. I know, a lot of zip ties. A lot of zip ties, but it's going to be beautiful when it's done, I hope. And then I found the monogram on Amazon, and you can get the monograms from anywhere. And all I did was put a small, you have to find the small cable mounts, and I put 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top, or you can figure out another way to attach them, totally up to you. Louise, if I sent out a text, so if you're not on my text notification, then you wouldn't have gotten a text. Otherwise, make sure you're following and turn on all of your notifications. Okay, so this is what we're going to put in the middle. So it's going to kind of sit just like that. Isn't that cool? And then we're going to put a hanger. So I've just cut out a piece of ribbon. We're going to attach it and then put a bow right here at the top. Okay. So let's go ahead. I want to put in my ribbon before I start putting the rest of the boxwood on top of it. Okay. So I just found each side. That way it was even. And then I scrunched up the ribbon. Let me see if I can get, I probably should have not put in that zip tie until I got this through. So we'll take that one out. So I'm just going to feed it through that hole. Now it's not so easy. Just use your needle nose. Grab it and pull it through. It will come through. You just have to get it there. Okay? Just like that. So now we can go ahead and zip tie it in. Okay. Tie it right in place. And then, just in case that ribbon gets pulled, what I'm doing is putting another zip tie right on the end of that ribbon. That way, if it pulls through, it will not be able to pull that zip tie through this zip tie. So just extra security. Not that I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but just in case. Okay, so we've got our hanger on. Thanks for floating my boat. All right, so we can go ahead and add the rest of our boxwood. So on each of the stems, there is one with 3 and one with 2. They connect like that, remember? So I cut them off. So I'm making sure when I put them in the zip ties, I get one with 3 and one with 2. And I just kind of put them right next to each other. Right in the zip tie and zip it up. Just like that. Could you have made a knot? You could. You can do any way you want. For sure. Okay, so we're going to put it in all 3 sections. Okay, hold on. I forgot we have to finish this side. So let me cut those off. Sorry, y'all. So we need to finish this side. That way we can get that nice curve around the edges. Yep, make 2 stems from 1. So each bush comes with 7 stems. There we go. So what I'm doing here is what I'm doing here. So adding these 3 to make our square. Show the ribbon up close. We're filling this end. And then we can work on that straight edge. And go ahead and cut these off. Now we can work on our straight edge. So let me put those 2 zip ties back in. All right, here we go. So those are just 2. I'm looking for one with 3. I wonder why that end looks so empty. So what are y'all cooking? What are y'all cooking for Thanksgiving? We are going to a friend's house, so I never cook for Thanksgiving. Well, I take that back. I'm making the deviled eggs, and I'm making a crock pot ham. That's all I have to make on Thanksgiving. Everybody at? Are they still in the bed? Oh, you had your Thanksgiving already? Oh, you did. I forget you're in Canada. Turkey pasta, way too much. Making turkey and what the heck is ravioliist? What the heck? What you making, Diane? When do you go to Chicago? I leave Monday, next Monday. Oh, raviolis. Gotcha. Yep. Cold Chicago on Monday, and then I come back Thursday. So wish me luck. Cooking turkey, mashed potato, sweet potato. Ooh, all this stuff. Have y'all ever made, did you lap the board? Nope, did not lap the boards. Have y'all ever made a crock pot ham? I think it's the best ham I've ever had. Bring warm clothes. Oh, I know. I've already looked at the weather and I've already backed out 10 times. If I get snowed in Chicago, I am not gonna be happy. Oh, thanks. The rolls and the noodles. You love your crock pot? Yes. And it frees up your oven if you have a lot of stuff to bake. I've never cooked a turkey in the crock pot though. That sounds good though. And this can be done with any kind of greenery. It's stuck under that. This is boxwood, plastic boxwood from Amazon. My hands are cold. Cold hands, warm heart. Isn't that what they say? Almost done, and then we get to see what it looks like. So this, you want to make sure that your ends are cut down. So you're not trying to feed those big long stems through the other boxwood that's already there. Down a little bit. All right, let's get our zip tie back through that one. Now you can add your ribbon after if you want. I just found it was easier to go ahead and add it and then put your boxwood right on top of it. Okay, and then we're doing these 3 right on the end. Then we will see how many we have left and fill in. If there's any holes, especially around the edges, then you can fill it in. All right, so I cut up 16 bushes, and let's see how many we have left. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are going to need 16 bushes, okay? So I'm just going to use the rest to fill in any holes we have around the edges. That's why I got my glue gun plugged in, so that we can just glue them right in to cover up any edges you may need to fill in a little bit more. You don't need to worry about zip tying them in. The glue will catch all of that other greenery and you'll be just fine. Late to the party. No, this is not a custom order. I just wanted to try it, see what it would look like. And if it doesn't sell, it'll go on my door. Yeah, you see the letter R, that's my last name. Or the initial of my last name. All right, so I'm just using all of them just so I don't have any stragglers laying around. All right, there you go. All right, so you'll need 16 bunches if you're going to make this one. And I will turn it over so you can see all of those who are late to the party. So 4 rectangle boards zip tied together. And then the boxwood added. All right, let's go ahead and add the monogram. So it will sit just like that. Now I just put these on, so I'm not going to pull tight. And I have these little ones, so I just literally put it wherever I could. And I was like, we're going to make it work. So I'm just finding the hole that is closest to it. Trying to get them all the boxwood like out of my way. Now remember, I'm not pulling very tight because I did just put those cable mounts on there. Good morning. Look how cute that is. Okay, now let's make a bow. Now I almost painted that monogram black and then added like the houndstooth, which would have been really, really cool, but I decided to keep it neutral. But if I was really making it for myself, I would have painted it black and then used the houndstooth as my ribbon. All right. So let's just make our tail. Now it's going to hang, remember, from the top. Right? Simple. Sometimes simple is good. And you could do it with any greenery. It doesn't have to be boxwood. And let's just make a 6-inch loop. I'm going to make it very simple. This is for sale. It will be $80. So 6-inch. There we go. Grab another pipe cleaner. Now, obviously, you can make a bigger bow if you want, but if we're going simple, clean, I'm just going to do a 2-loop bow. Let's cut the excess off of here. This back out of our way. Just going to cut this at a diagonal. So I'm going to pull it to make sure that it's even, scrunch that middle, and then attach that pipe cleaner right to the middle. And then if you want, you can use the rest of the pipe cleaner to make your own hanger. Just like that. Okay. So we've got our simple bow. Let's get our tails affixed. And there you go. Okay, so there's our little bow. And that's what it'll hang like. Trying to show the whole thing. Isn't that awesome? I'll show you the back again.